Welcome to the last group stage of the World Cup group stage. So South Africa versus Scotland. After Scotland won 4-1 against Poland and 2-1 against South Korea, Scotland have officially qualified for the knockout stages of the World Cup in quite a while. And South Africa, unfortunately, will not be making it into the knockout stages regardless of the result today. So we're playing in Soccer City today, and as you can see, Whittaker is the captain for Scotland, and I believe that's Shabalala as the captain for South Africa. So today, Scotland will most likely be playing, it's been reported they'll be playing a relatively weak team, which I'm sure we'll see soon enough. But here is the South Africa national anthem. So let's see the South Africa team there. Joseph, Khumalo, Gould. They don't have a majority of players you don't really recognise. They have Shabalala and Pienaar, as well as Ben Parker and Grobler. But the Scotland squad, like I said, majority of the players are relatively new, with the likes of Mulgrew playing centre-back, Broadfoot as well. Gordon's in goal, Snodgrass, Morrison, and there is Craig Gordon, not played football in quite a long time, actually playing in the World Cup stages for Scotland. So South Africa, of course, to kick off just due to the fact that they're in this term being the home team. So South Africa will mostly just be playing this for pride. Scotland, however, will just be trying to just freshen up the squad, considering the majority of the players will be quite new, and the majority of them will be looking to try and get into the first team for the knockout stages. Very poor pass there. I think it's from Robert Snodgrass. But in the second minute of the match here, Grobler on the ball. He seems to be playing with the Scotland defence here. Grobler on the ball. Will he play it through? He won't play it through because Mulgrew comes in and takes him out, as well as getting the ball. So here, Pienaar on the ball, plays it to Modise. Modise to Grobler. Grobler tries to get past Gordon, but Gordon, very fortunately for Scotland, actually gets control of the ball and throws it out. So here's Morrison on the ball. He did come on in the second half, very late on in the game against Poland, but as well as Dorrans. I think Dorrans may be playing as well, but Naismith on the ball, plays it to Whittaker. That's of course their former players playing to each other. Of course, they used to play for Rangers together. So in the 8th minute of the match, the game has started very quickly, with both teams having some form of attacks. Whittaker there just pushing Ben Parker off the ball, plays it to Naismith. Naismith eventually gets it gets to Fletcher. Stephen Fletcher, of course, playing again after, of course, Kenny Noir scored a hat-trick in the last game. So Modise on the ball here, running down this near side, gets it, does a nice cross-roll pass to the left-back, and it seems to get to Shabalala, back to the left-back running down and gets past Whittaker. He plays it back to Pienaar. Pienaar tries again to play it back to the left-back, who's made that forward run. He crosses it in, Grobler gets his head on it, very poor header from Grobler, and it's a goal kick. So with 14 minutes gone so far, it seems that there's been a lot of attacking so far, not too much in terms of defending, which means it's going to be a very entertaining game. So Fletcher on the ball, will he try and get around, tries to get around, plays it to McFadden, but the South Africa defence read it. Shabalala running down this left hand side, plays it to Dikagao, plays it to Grobler. Grobler plays it to Ben Parker. Ben Parker gets a shot away. He doesn't really try and get a shot away. Really poor defending from the Scotland squad. And Grobler scores after an unfortunate circumstances of events happen. And Grobler has scored after Whittaker actually chips it over Gordon, and Grobler has an empty net to pop it into absolutely nothing. Very nice finish from Grobler, to be fair, but it wasn't an empty net. Really poor defending from Scotland to allow Ben Parker so much space. As you see it here, Ben Parker is on the ball, and no one's closing him down or anything. He just gets through. It's a good defending from Broadfoot, but then it goes straight back to Whittaker. Whittaker actually hits it over the keeper, and Grobler jumps over him and pops into the back of the net. So with that goal, will Scotland come out and try and get goals, or will they just sort of just limit the damage, because they're not really too bothered about winning this game, considering the fact that the majority of the other teams have lost the game in this World Cup. Very poor pass there from Stephen Fletcher as a promising attack breaks down, and McFadden tries to get the ball off Joseph, but Joseph, of course, is goalkeeper, and he can't take the ball off the goalkeeper. So 21 minutes on the clock here, and it seems Scotland have sort of just resorted to defending, but they may or may not go forward. Don't really know yet, but absolutely fantastic ball from Pienaar down the right hand side. a low cross in. Ben Parker tries to get his head on an absolutely fantastic save from Gordon from actually a Charlie Mulgrew header. And Scotland are starting to shake here. They're not really defending well, not really getting forward in terms of attacking. Stephen Fletcher's not really doing his job in holding the ball up. But here, a promising attack from Dorrans. Will Dorrans get it? Again, another poor pass. I think it's Snodgrass gives up possession. And South Africa will have a counter-attack. So Modise on the ball here, plays it to Parker again. Parker seems to be causing a lot of trouble for Scotland. He does a low crossing again, but this time Gordon comes out and claims it. Gordon has been Scotland's best player so far in these 28 minutes. So 29 minutes on the clock here. Finally, Scotland are starting to play some alright in terms of football. Dorrans on the ball here, plays it to McFadden. McFadden gets it back to Dorrans. So Dorrans gets a shot away, gets a shot away, but there's a defender in the way of the shot and South Africa will clear. So here Modise uses some strength to get past, I think it's Broadfoot. Mulgrew comes across and Mulgrew gets the ball off Modise and he will pass it up to Dorrans and Dorrans will pass it again across and eventually the ball gets onto the other side of the pitch very quickly. So with that, it seems coming up to half time with only 10 minutes remaining, it seems they're going more a bit for it instead of just leaving it, staying behind and defending. With Snodgrass on the ball here, will he play it back? He won't play it back, he gets fouled. Has the referee given a penalty or has it been given as a free kick? It seems it may have been given as a penalty. Martin Namela has it's a very poor tackle from him on Snodgrass, but it hasn't been given as a penalty. It seems it has been, but was it in the box? It was just inside the box. So penalty to Scotland. So Charlie Mulgrew will step up, number 14. Will he score? He pops it into the top corner like the boss that he is, and Scotland equalise after a very poor tackle from the left back. So Charlie Mulgrew scores his first goal for Scotland in this World Cup, and Scotland equalise against South Africa. So with that goal, it's back to 1-0 equaliser from Charlie Mulgrew from the penalty spot, and South Africa will be disappointed with that considering they were dominating. But it seems Scotland may be able to actually get another goal coming up to this half-time. Gould here will get a yellow card for a foul on Stephen Fletcher. Didn't really look like a foul, but it's all about the referee's decision. It looked like a relatively poor tackle. Fletcher did get to the ball first, but a yellow card may not be satisfactory, may not have actually been used properly there. It's only a foul, it's not really a yellow card foul. But Mulgrew with a free kick doesn't really get anywhere, and Shabalala will probably clear it, gets it to Massenmella. Massenmella does clear it, and of course it's a very easy header for Kirk Broadfoot under no pressure whatsoever. So 37 minutes on the clock here. McFadden on the ball, plays it to Morrison. Morrison plays it down to Danny Fox. Fox back to Morrison. And Morrison will get a shot. He gets a shot away. Very poor attempt from the West Brom midfielder, and South Africa with the goal kick. So 40 minutes on the clock now and 5 minutes till half time. Scotland have started to get a grasp on this game as they start to pressure the South African midfield and the defence as well. McFadden on the ball here, gets it, passes it out to Dorrans. Dorrans plays it out to Whitaker. Whitaker attack down his right side. Will he have a shot? He will not have a shot. He actually does a shot feint. That's a free kick to Scotland. Again, another poor foul from the South African midfield, and Pienaar has got a yellow card. So Charlie Mulgrew steps up for this free kick, 26 metres out of the goal. Will he go for goal? Will he cross it? It seems he's going for goal, and it's an absolutely fantastic save from the goalkeeper, and it seems it will be a corner kick to Scotland. Yes, a corner kick to Scotland. Mulgrew with the corner kick. He hits it in. It seems no one can get to it. It seems like McFadden tries to get a shot away, can get a shot away, gets it out. Eventually it comes to Dorrans. Dorrans on the edge of the box, plays it to Morrison. Morrison will get a shot away again. It's blocked again. Dorrans, will he get a shot away? He doesn't seem to even attempt a shot due to all the pressure. Snodgrass on the ball here, gets it out to Stephen Fletcher, who's come out to his left hand side. McFadden on the ball, does a little turn past the defender, and look at that, what a goal from James McFadden. He's bringing back all those years, he's relishing his past and scoring goals like that, which has now actually put Scotland ahead in this game against South Africa right on the cusp of half time. It's an absolutely fantastic little turn from McFadden. Nice little bit of play from Stephen Fletcher to let there be some more space in midfield. An absolutely fantastic turn, an absolutely fantastic strike. Fantastic is a great word to use in these circumstances, and what a goal from James McFadden. So with that fantastic strike, absolutely amazing strike into the top corner. What can South Africa do before half-time? Also a goal which is more or less imminent. It's completely imminent. They've passed from kick-off and that's it. So at half-time it's 2-1 to Scotland. They've had 7 shots, 6 on target. South Africa have had 2 for 1. But Scotland have dominated in the possession. Again, they've done the same thing as they've done to the majority of the teams they've played before and dominating on possession at half-time. So it's been reported that there's been no changes at half-time for either team, so we're still with the same teams from half-time. Let's see what the teams can actually do here. Scotland seems to be going forward quite a lot, but Pienaar on the ball, he gets it back, gets it to Modise. Modise actually hits it to Gould. Gould with a through ball through to Grobler. Grobler's through on goal. Can Mulgrew stop him? He can't seem to stop him. Grobler through on goal. Absolute great save. Pienaar with the shot, and what a goal from Stephen Pienaar right into the top corner. And it's 2-2 between South Africa and Scotland. It's a goal fest at the current moment, with both teams with the ability to go forward with no ability to defend. It's an absolutely great strike from Stephen Pienaar from the edge of the box after Grobler's miss, or technically Gordon's save. And it was a nice through ball from Gould through to Grobler. Quite poor defending from Charlie Mulgrew. It's a really good save from Craig Gordon. Nothing he could do about the rebound. It's an absolutely fantastic strike right into the top corner. So with that goal, it's back to 2-2, back to the starting block for Scotland. Having scored an absolute wonder goal before half-time, they've conceded one at literally 47 minutes on the clock. Will they go forward again to try and get another goal, or will they just resort and keep with the draw? It seems they may be going forward a bit more than you'd see be often, but here Dorrans will get a shot away, gets a shot away, again it's blocked. That's about the 4th or 5th block of this match alone, with the majority of the team doing alright in terms of defending South Africa here. Nice little shot from McFadden, easy save for Joseph however. So in the 52nd minute here, Massenamala on the ball, plays ball forward to Ben Parker. Parker gets it to Pienaar, really poor pass to Pienaar actually, and again it's a poor foul from Stephen Fletcher, who gives up possession of the ball. Free kick to South Africa. So South Africa hit it forward here, and Snodgrass on the ball, plays it out to the left hand side, can't get it to McFadden. And Pienaar on the ball. Will Pienaar try and play it forward? He gets it to Grobler. Grobler on the ball. He seems to be skinning quite a lot of the players. He skins past Broadfoot. He actually keeps on the ball, plays it to Ben Parker. But will Parker score? Parker has scored. They've brought it back after being 2-1 down at half-time. Ben Parker has scored 3-2 to South Africa, and Parker has scored his first goal of the game after an absolutely fantastic little bit of play from Grobler. He's a really nice little player, isn't he? Grobler here on the ball, I mean, you can see in the replay that he just, nothing could stop him. Grobler just turns, they just leave Ben Parker wide open, and Parker pops it right into the near post top corner. Absolutely fantastic finish. So with those goals, now Scotland are behind, and will they be able to come back and maybe even score an equalising goal against South Africa, or will they suffer defeat? South Africa seem to have scored 2 goals relatively quickly from half time, from about 11 minutes having passed. But with that, it does leave a lot of time for Scotland to get through. And Naismith here will get through on goal. He gets through, gets a shot away, but Massenamala with an absolutely great block, and he clears as well. So 59 minutes on the clock here. Ben Parker, he's running. He seems to be going straight through on goal. Mulgrew, will he be able to stop him? Mulgrew's in the back of him. He actually gets him. He pushes him over, and Mulgrew gets the ball. Great, nice little bit of defending there from Charlie Mulgrew. It seems Scotland will be going full attack here, and again a very poor ball from, I think it's Naismith, but again another poor ball from Gould, but Gould actually gets to it and he actually stops it, and Massenamala there with a poor ball as well. But again, South Africa doing some absolutely fantastic little parts of defending, and it seems they're just everywhere where Scotland need to be. So here in the 64th minute here, they try and play it again through, but they cannot do it, and South Africa clear. So Parker on the ball, plays it to Grobler. Grobler, will he play it through back to Parker? No, he won't. Mulgrew will get to him this time, but usually he would actually play it through. So Fletcher on the ball here, plays it to McFadden. McFadden sort of not really been doing much since his goal. He's really only there to score those wonder goals, so he doesn't really do much else for the team. He only scores those wonder goals, which is what he's in there for. So here, Parker, I think it's Parker or Modise who's actually Modise was making a run down the middle, but it doesn't really matter. because here Dorrans plays the ball out to McFadden down this left hand side. When McFadden gets some sort of sparkle, he won't get any sparkle here, I'm not sure, but he gets a shot away in that, unfortunately for Scotland. It hits Fletcher in the back of the head, so South Africa go clear the ball. So here Masnamela, that really should be a red card, but the referee is not buying it. He's saying it's a dive from Stephen Naismith, and it should have been a second yellow, but it's not being given as anything, and it's very, very poor refereeing. That's a very bad refereeing mistake, but Naismith here will he get away from Gould, or will he suffer the consequences? He actually backheels it to Dorrans to Fletcher, Fletcher to Snodgrass to McFadden. When McFadden come inside, he sort of loses possession, loses his footing a little bit, gets round the player, but he can't get round the right back, and the right back passes it out. Modise gets it, and eventually Parker here runs past one player. Grobler on the ball, gets sort of taken, swamped by Charlie Mulgrew. Mulgrew plays it through to Snodgrass. Snodgrass tries to get it through to Fletcher, can't get it through, and South Africa, very good defending. So Pienaar with the ball through to Grobler. Grobler loses his footing, he loses where he is in terms of everything, but Whittaker intercepts the pass. Oh, my leg. Modise on the ball here, tries to run at Danny Fox, he runs at him, gets it past him, gets it to Grobler. Grobler sort of just takes the piss out of Whittaker completely, try and get a shot, we can't get a shot, Broadfoot intercepts, and he runs, no, not Broadfoot, sorry, Morrison intercepts and runs with the ball. So Morrison eventually passes it up to Snodgrass, Snodgrass on the ball. McFadden sort of does a weird run down the left hand side, sorry, Fletcher does, but Snodgrass on the ball here, will he get a shot, will he pass, he tries to pass it to, I think it's Naismith, doesn't really get to it, and it will probably eventually get clear. No, it comes straight to, but the referee has blown the whistle in the 84th minute, and it seems Park has been taken off for Wetzel Nahani. So 87 minutes on the clock here, and it seems that Masnamela gets it out here, and it going out of play. And the Scotland manager seems to be making a couple of changes. He'll be moving McFadden and Naismith forward into more attacking positions, and he will be taking Naismith off and bringing in Kenny Miller and play two centre forwards and a second striker in the name of McFadden. So we'll see if that changes make any sort of change of the fortune for Scotland, or if it will still be the same sort of result in the end. Whittaker here with the ball, he actually runs it out of play, another throw in to South Africa. Masnamela with it, throws it out, gets it back, and Masnamela down his left hand side. Masnamela still has it, gets it to Grobler. Grobler could have potentially have played through, and I think it's Modise on that right hand side. He actually gets it back, Grobler gets a shot away, and Gordon saves. So there's only 20 seconds remaining. Gordon tries to get it forward as quickly as possible here. He gets it out, eventually gets to Dorrans. Dorrans running down this right hand side. He's waiting for someone to at least make a run, or at least get himself into open space. Eventually Snodgrass there on the ball, gets it to Fletcher. Fletcher with a shot, great save from Joseph. McFadden can't get to the rebound. Joseph hits the air, and it's a corner from Charlie Mulgrew in the dying seconds of the match. So Mulgrew with the corner kick, what will he do with it? Where will he hit? He'll place it directly on Gordon's head, but fortunately for South Africa, it goes straight to the defender. Mulgrew here try and get across, and can't cross in with his right foot, tries to cross in with his left. Shabalala picks up the ball here, skins past Charlie Mulgrew. The referee blows the final whistle, and Scotland have lost the final game of the group stages 3-2. Doesn't really bode well for the knockout stages, considering the fact that they will be facing harder opposition. They did have 12 shots found on target, 55% possession, and the man of the match went to Grobler. So in the final fixture of Group Stage A, and Group A anyway, Poland actually beat South Korea, which means Poland will be playing with Scotland in the knockout stages of the World Cup, which is quite I wouldn't say too much of a surprise. If Lewandowski had started the game against Scotland, the result might have been a bit different, and Scotland might have actually finished second in the group, but they will finish top because of the head-to-head with Poland, of course, beating them 4-1. Here is how Group A finished, with South Korea coming third and South Africa finishing fourth, and of course Scotland finishing top. Group B, Argentina and Ivory Coast are the top two, Croatia and Sweden were at the bottom two. Ivory Coast will most likely be facing up against Scotland if they're doing Group A, leaders against Group B runners up. Group C, Spain and Switzerland were the top two. Wales actually beat Uruguay on the final day, and Uruguay finished with 0 points. Group D, Netherlands and France were the top two. Netherlands with 9 points, Nigeria with 3 and Ireland with 0. Netherlands will probably be one of the main contenders for the World Cup. Portugal finished with 9, England with 4, Russia with 3 and Egypt with 1. So England and Portugal finished and will qualify for the knockout stages. If Portugal had actually not beat Russia, England could have potentially have not qualified for the knockout stages. Group F, Australia finished top of the group, the United States finished second, Ghana finished third, and Germany, the might of Germany, finished fourth. One absolute shocker in the World Cup group stage for Germany. Brazil and Belgium finished the top two in Group G, with Czech Republic finishing third and Mexico finishing with 0 points. And Group H, Italy and Bulgaria finished top two, and Denmark and Japan finished bottom two. So find out in my next match who I will be playing in round 1 of the FIFA World Cup in the knockout stages, because of course I'm not really sure how it fits out, and if you do know, then just tell me who it is and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, so if you have enjoyed this video, subscribe to my channel for more, and catch you later.